Alrighty, you're standing right next to a thick, heavy book. You roll your shoulders up, back, and down. She's a little exhausted already. Good, and then we'll bring those elbows into it. Big arms, stretching up and out of our hips, leaning back, rolling forward. Big moves through the spine. And then we're gonna come up, we're gonna grab that right wrist with the left hand, angle up and over, back through center, angle up and over, and then give yourself a little sway and a little step touch. A little bit of arm pump here. What are you watching? You checking my choreography? All right, all you're gonna add on to this little step touch is keep going, but step touch up on the block. Look. Add a knee lift. 2 more. Back to step touch. Four knee lifts. Four step touches. Two knee lifts. 2 taps, step touches. 1 of each. Knee, touch, knee, touch, knee, touch. 1 more, knee, touch, step touch only, no off the book. Start moseying your way, so I'm kind of cheating a little to the right. Oops, oops. And then I don't have space, so I'm going to move that book a little. We're going to just keep doing that step touch, but we're going to add it onto the book. I feel like I have a mascot here today. You're not working all that hard. We're going to add a knee lift. Back to step touch. We're going to do 4 knee lifts. Four step touches. Four knee lifts. 4 step touches. Two and two. And then singles, 1 knee, 1 tap. Oops. One more time, knee, tap, step on the floor. Good, just swing those arms, kind of ignore that book for now. But start moseying to the other side. And then you're step touching on that block, book. Adding a hamstring curl with a little tricep press. Good, stay up on the book, come down on the other side, hamstring curl with a tricep press here. Good, step up on the book, come over to your side, big extension and lift and come up and down. Come up on the book, go over to the other side, extensions here. and up on the book, over to the other side. All right. So now we're going to keep this leg up here rather than coming down. You're going to go tap up, tap up. We're going to do knee ups the same way. So it should be double time. Hamstring curls, tricep extension. And big extension. We're going to do 4 of each. Tap up 4. 4 knee lifts. 4 hamstring curls. 4 extensions. 2 of each. 2 taps. 2 knees. 2 curls. 2 extensions. 1 of each tap. Knee, curl, extend, tap, knee, curl, extend, tap, knee, curl, extend. Last time, tap, knee, curl, extend. Woo! That right side should feel some love. Walk over to the left. Okay. So this is where we start. We're going to tap up with that speed. Knee lifts, same speed. Hamstring curl. I changed it to kind of a rowing motion. You can still do that extension. Extensions. Four taps. 4 knees. 4 hamstrings. 4 extensions. 2 taps. 2 knees. 2 curls. 2 extensions. 1 of each. Tap, knee, curl, extend. Tap, knee, curl, extend again. Tap, knee, curl, extend. Last time, tap, knee, curl, extend. Woo! Step it out, slide your book slightly out of the way. Take an easy march while we let that heart rate come down just a little bit. Nice. All right. Before we even stretch it out, just so we can keep that heart rate or head above our heart for now. Bring your feet together, bring your knees together. Sit down into a little squatty position, abs in, tailbone long, knees are ahead of you. Serve that platter, that big thick book. Elbows in and then extend. Palms toward the sky, so you're getting the fronts of those deltoid muscles and some bicep. 2 more times. Good. And now you're here. Knees are bent, tailbone is long. Straighten those arms. Get them completely straight. Lift them 1 inch. 1 inch. Abs in. Nice job. Palms are underneath the book. Palms are underneath the book. There we go. Last 2 like this. Last 1. Bend the elbow 1 inch. Straighten, straighten, straighten. Make sure that you emphasize the straight, not the bend. If you want to add on, little bend and straighten of the legs as you bend and straighten the arms. You should be getting pretty sore by now. 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Bring those arms out to the side. Flex through the palms. That should be a bicep stretch. Open that left arm a little more to the back of the room. Come back to center. Right arm, same thing. Make sure you're flexing through that wrist so you get that bicep stretch. 1 more time. And back to center. Shake everything out. All right. While we're still heart rate up just a little bit, we're going to stay up on this chair for now. You can just leave your book where it is. We're doing our tricep push-up. So we're going to come into that nice, long, flat position. Hands right under your shoulders, up on those tippy toes, abs drawn in, tailbone under, elbows come backwards and straighten. Bend and straighten. Keep that body in a perfect straight line. Your hips are going to want to go out of that alignment. Do your best to keep everything pulled in as you go up and down. And relax. Walk those feet in, bend those knees. Left arm on the book, right arm swings, and then we bend that left knee and open that right arm to the sky, open the palm. Good. Let's come around the other way. Right elbow rests, right knee bends, left arm up and over. And bring that down. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. All right, we're going to put that book on the ground. Our tippy toes are going up on that book, and we're walking out for another set of push-ups. However, this is a wide angle push-up, right? So chest work. Two more. Beautiful. You get to rest back on your book for a second. Sitting up nice and tall. Once again, we're going to open those arms to the side, but we're going to lower the hands this time. Reach a little farther back with the left. Back to center, open to the right. Arms round forward, and then hands behind your head. Elbows are going to want to pull in. I want you to open them as far as you can so you get that chest stretch. You can even slide your hands down and open up. Woo, shake that out. All right, we're on this book for a wonderful reason. Some quadricep work. Left leg in, hug it in nice and close. All right, we're going to do a few variations here. So let's start nicely with that leg right in front of us. Lift it off the ground, point it, flex it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leave it pointed, lift. Keep that attachment rib and thigh. Flex through the heel, lift. Point it again, reach through the leg. Flex through the heel and reach. Putting those together, point, flex, point, lift. Flex, lift, point, bend, stretch. Flex, bend, stretch, bring it down. Bring that left leg open a little, bring the right leg equally open. You can come all the way down here if it ends up being more comfortable, or you can hug the leg from here. Once we get started, you'll probably know. Here we go again. With that leg off the ground, we point and flex. Good, we point and lift. It should feel different, flex and lift. Point and bend and stretch. Flex and bend and stretch. All together. Point, flex, point, lift. Flex, lift, point, bend, stretch. Flex, bend, stretch. Ouch, ouch. All right, we're going to leave that left glute on the book. Slide over so the right glute drops off. And then we'll take it into that stretch, but keeping that weight on the left one, letting that right glute drop a little bit. And then you can come down to your elbow if you want. Arm up and over, reach behind you, reach it down and around, and come on up. And let's do the other side. So scoot back up onto that book. Right knee comes in, left leg step straight out in front of you, hug it in. With that leg up, point and flex. Good. Point and lift. Flex and lift. Point, bend, stretch. Flex, bend, stretch. All together. Point, flex, point, lift, flex, lift, point, bend, stretch, flex, bend, stretch. One more point, flex, point, lift, flex, lift, point, bend, stretch, flex, bend, stretch. Woo! Now again, leg is going to move to the left, right leg can open up or come all the way down. Maybe you try what you didn't try last time and see if it's any better. Leg off the ground, point and flex. Point and lift. Flex and lift. Point, bend, stretch. Flex, bend, stretch. And now all together, point, flex, point, lift, flex, lift, point, bend, stretch, flex, bend, stretch. Ooh. Scoot over so your left glute hangs off. Drop over, arm up and over. And again, you can bring that arm a little bit behind you. And then come down and around. Okay. So as long as we have this book here, we're going to do another set of push-ups, but you get to choose this time. Hands narrow, rub those elbows against your ribs, or arms wide for chest work. So triceps or chest, your choice. Ready, go. And then walk it wide, come back. Right hand on the ground, bend that right knee, open that left arm. Bring it down. Left hand to center, bend the left knee, right arm up. And bring that down, hands on your thighs. Meet me halfway, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Right arm in, look over your left. Back through center, other way. Do that a couple more times. And then come all the way up. All right. Now we're going to grab this book. Now it kind of depends on how slippery your pants are and how slippery the book is. You're going to do your best to try to hold it between your inner thighs for now. Just a little bit of calf work to start with. So ribs pull down, up and down, up through those toes. Pause for a second, come down, up, pause, gently down. Doing your best not to slam down on those heels if you can. You can keep your hands here. You could do some port de bras arms if you want. You need them for the chair for balance, that's fine. Just don't forget that little pause at the top. Couple more. On this last one, stay up, find your balance, pull your ribs down and in, squeeze on that block as you stay standing, hold, 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 come down on those heels, bend the knees, lift those heels, straighten the legs, come down, bend the knees, lift the heels, come up. Good. So now we've added on, working a little bit of thigh, quadricep, working a little bit of glute. Still working those inner thighs, obviously, since you're holding that block. Look, might be a block. Good. Bring it down. Sit down into it. So, right, you're here. Lift those heels. Keep your knees bent. Drop the heels. Keep your knees bent. Lift, lift. So just again, just calf work. So you're not coming up and down. Look at your camera. Make sure that your head is still on that same level. It's just those heels lifting and lowering. And that should be pretty intense calf work. Four Last two, last one. Let's stretch those calves. So step back with your right foot, toes pointed straight ahead, lunge into it. I'd like to challenge you to slide your foot back another inch and press the heel down. Bend that knee a little bit. Roll up on those toes, switch it up. Left leg goes back, feet are in line. Bend that knee to take it deeper. Roll it up. Step forward with your left leg, step back with your right leg turned out, right? And bring that heel, or excuse me, hip forward, lunge, bend the knee. Roll it up. Let's turn that toe in, heel out, lunge, and bend the knee. Roll it up. Step out with that left leg, heel out, or heel in, toe out, hips square up. Bend that knee. Roll it up, toe in, heel out, lunge, and bend that knee. All right, a little bit of challenge here because again, it depends on how slippery things are. We're going to try to take that book behind the right hamstring and bring that heel close enough that we can hold that in place. Bend that left knee, tip yourself forward like a dunking bird, press that heel to the sky. Keep your chest down, chest stays down, chest stays down. It's just your lower body lifting, just that one leg. Good. And relax, bring that back. Ooh, take that right leg in front on an angle. Straight leg, sit the hip back, roll those toes up, hamstring stretch. Bring it down, lift it up. Let's do that other side. So again, we're going to try and snug that book. So we're holding it behind that left hamstring. And then tip forward. Woo. That would have made a little cat very nervous if that dropped. Good. Flex to the heel and press to the sky. Nice job, y'all. Almost there. And relax. And then again, we're going to step out with that left leg, bend the right knee, long, straight spine, roll the toes up, roll it back down, and bring it forward. All right, we're bringing that book back down onto the ground. Right foot is up on the book. Left leg is out to the side. We're going to sit down into this deeply, and we're going to slow motion bring that leg in. Step out, try and put all your weight on the right leg. See, my left toes are up. Squeeze it in. Sit over without weight. Lift up. You should feel this as you lift up through that right quad and that right glute. And again, no weight on this left leg if you can help it. Man, I'm feeling these already. On this last one, sit into it. Square your torso, lift the leg, lift, lift. Bring that up. Ooh, ouch. Take that right leg, step back. Tuck the hip under, drop into it. Little hip flexor stretch, arm up and over, and then angle it the other way. Then bring that leg across, sit into it. Roll it under. Extend that spine again. Let's do the other side. So left leg up on the book. We're going to reach with that right leg, sit into it with that left leg, bend the knee, feel the glute, feel the quad, not much weight on this leg, right? Up in the air, and then squeeze it up and in. Sit out and in, and lift it up. Reach and squeeze. Almost there. We're going to reach out on this one. We're going to lift and lower that leg. Lift, pause, lift, pause, lift. And bring it up. Whew, step back with that left leg. Tuck your hip under, rock into it. Arm up, behind you and over, and then crisscross at the thigh, press it back. When we come back up, this time we're going back up onto that hook with your right leg. Left leg is going to stretch, reaching. You can see it's off the ground, reaching. How far can you go? Fly those arms, work some balance, come up, challenge, lift the knee. Reach, fly the arms, bend the knee, stretch, challenge, knee up. If the balance is making it so difficult to do the exercise, then tap down at the back and tap at the front, no knee lift, right? So do what you need to do to make this exercise about your leg, not only your balance. But you should be feeling this. Two more. And last time, reach, lift that back leg, listen up. This knee is going to straighten 1 inch and lower an inch. Straight and up and down, up, 4, 3, ouch, 2 and 1. Whew. Cross that right over left. Hips go to the right, arms go to the left. Relax it up and over and lift it back up again. We'll get to do the other side. So left leg, left foot up on that book. We're going to bend that knee, slide the right leg back. How low can you go with that leg off the ground? Fly those arms, bring it up, knee lift if you can. Reach, stretch, and come up. And again, if you need to do tapping down at the back and the front so that we're still working the leg, not just, chaotically rolling side to side, then please do so, right? One more time, reach back, bend that knee, bring that back leg off the ground, bend and straighten a tiny bit. Two more, and bring that off. Left over, right cross, arm up and over, hips to the left, roll it over a little bit, and then bring that up. Okay, nice job, everyone. That's been very challenging so far. I hope you felt it too. Let's come down, seated position, book is with you. As a matter of fact, we're going to sit up on that book for just a second. Cross your legs, whichever way is comfortable for you. Put your right hand on the ground, come up and over to the right, just a nice side body stretch. But I want you to use your right hand to push the left hip back down. Come back through center, go the other way. Left hand down, right arm up and over, but then notice that right hip lifts up. So, oops, push it down. Come up, keep your legs how they are, put your hands at your sides, hinge forward, flat back, and then walk your hands in front if they'll go. If you had to do this, see that roundness, then you're totally avoiding this stretch. So if all you do is sit tall, that's absolutely fine. Come up, uncross your legs and recross them the other way. And then once again, we're gonna put the right hand down, lift up to the left, but we're gonna use the right hand to push the left glute down, back through center, up and over to the left, and then use the left hand to push the right sit bone down. Come back to center, grow tall through your spine, hinge forward. Put your hands in front for support. Make sure, again, that you're not rounding. If you're in this nice tall spine, you should feel the outer hips stretch. Yes? Hopefully. And we're gonna bring that up. All right, that should have given us a chance for that heart rate to come down a little bit. We're gonna go into one ab set with triceps, and then we'll move on after we check in with our mate here, our helper. Come on down. Let's bend those knees. We're gonna bring that book onto the left palm, just like that. Breath in. On the exhale, pull your ribs down and in towards your hips, flatten the abs, small space under the low back, or tuck and no space under the low back. Nod your head yes, so make sure that you're lengthened out. And then let's put our right hand on the rib cage, especially paying attention to the left rib cage. Deep breath in. Exhale, push the ribs down, pull the abs in as you bring your arm by your ear. Straight arm as much as possible. Feel some tricep, feel some oblique, and then lift that arm straight up, and you'll have to flex through the wrist at the top so that you don't drop the book. Up and over, straight arm, pause, exhale, bring it up. Inhale, up and over, exhale, bring it up. Inhale, up and over. Head nods yes, pause for a second, exhale, lift. Inhale up and over, lengthen, exhale, lift. Just a few more here, reach and lift. Last time, arm by your ear, we're holding here. All I want you to do with that straight arm is pulse up, pulse up, pulse up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same rhythm, bend the elbow 1 inch, press straight, straight, straight. Nod your head yes. Arm overhead. And relax. That should have been a nice little finish for your triceps. Let's take that left arm that you just worked, touch your left shoulder and press back. Bring it to the midline and then over to the right and give it a little tug. And we get to do that on the right side. So again, we flex through the wrist, we pull those ribs down, we inhale, arm goes up overhead, feel that on your tricep, down your obliques, abs in, and we lift up. Inhale up and over with a pause, hold, and we lift. Reaching, inhaling, exhale up and over. Don't forget, there's a little pause when your arms overhead, just to add that challenge to your abs. 2 more. And this time, arm overhead, hold it here, and we lift straight arm, straight arm. And we bend and straighten, straighten. And relax. Right hand to right shoulder, press it back, midline, and then over to the other side. Beautiful. All right. Let's put that book from our hips to our rib cage, right? So we're getting some kinesthetic feedback, and then lift those legs tabletop. Deep breath in, exhale, sink the book down, and toe touch. Now we're going to do 3 variations of toe touch here. And you are welcome to stick with this one as we move on. Next option, bridge up, take that book, put it under the lower half of your sacrum, so not way up here, but down low. And once again, find your tabletop position. So now you've given yourself that pelvic tilt. And again, toe touch exercise. As always, this can be single leg or double leg. If this book feels really uncomfortable, you know, it's compressing your sacrum, you could take your mat and lift it, give it yourself a little extra cushioning, or you can go back to the last one where we had that book resting on our ribs. And then I'm going to give you one final option, right? And that would be to take that book and squeeze it between your shins. So again, you know, it's a little challenging if your pants and your book are slippery. Couple more. And bring that in. Let's take that book over our shins, hug in and down. And then take a little rock side to side. Slide the book down towards your ankles. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Widen your elbows, rolling like a ball. Exhaling on the rolling and inhaling at the top. If this isn't good for your spine, if you have some low back issues or osteoporosis, then feel free to make this a side-to-side roll, please. A couple more, just reformatting here. All right, on that last one, when you come up, find your balance, flip the book from behind your book, palms face up, and lift those knees tabletop. And then see if you can straighten your arms and hold. Woo, little teaser position, shoulders out of your ears. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down, and we get to sit up on the book for a moment. Wide legs, shoulders back and down. See if you might be able to straighten your legs and tip forward since you're on the book, right? So you could kind of slide yourself a little bit forward. And then reaching, if your chair is there, it'll give you that spine stretch lift, right? So we're not rolling, we're lifting. I'm actually pressing down on my chair and then squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then we're going to come back through center and we're going to roll off that book and go to a bent knee position. We're just going to do a little bit of side-to-side work here. So hinge back just a tiny bit, hold on to your book, go side to side, but I want you to look at your knees and make sure they're not pistoning, right? So maybe squeeze the knees together even though the feet are slightly apart so that you can see that you're rotating at the ribs and the shoulders, not the hips. Couple more here, please. And then come back to center. We're going to roll over onto our side. We're going to do one quick round for our outer hip. So the book is on that top leg, waistline is off the ground, knees and hips are stacked, hand pushes that book down, and you lift as a unit. So ankle and knee are in a straight line. Good, leave that leg up, but bring the knee down. And then, wait, what am I doing? Both legs up, there we go. We pivot open with the heels in the air. Waistline still off the ground. Good. Now those heels come down, the knees pivot open from here. Good. Listen carefully. Set the book down for just a second, but keep it handy. Take your top leg, put it in front of the bottom leg with the heel up against the thigh, so you feel a nice stretch here. And you're going to take that book into the back arm, palm up, and you're rotating open. So big twist here. Listen up. Tuck your bottom foot back towards your glute, roll back through center. Oh, look at that, figure 4 stretch. Hold here for just a couple breaths, just completely passive, nice stretch here. Uncross that leg, bring it down, and then you're going to flip over to your opposite side. So you're still facing the camera, but your head will be at the other end. Arm underneath your ear, hook on that top leg, hand presses against it, waistline lifted. We lift that leg as a unit. Good. Now knees together, heels come up in the air, we pivot open. Waistline still lifted. Now heels come down and we pivot open from there. Waistline still lifted. Beautiful. Keep the book in that top hand. Take that bottom or top leg across the bottom one, just like that, and then open towards the book. So big stretch on the outer hip there. Use that bottom hand, roll back through center, and you end up in just an easy peasy figure 4 here. Nice. And then stretch those legs out. Bring that book down beside you. You're going to roll up if you can. And then, I guess you guys didn't really need to do that. Sorry. We're going to roll back down. I was just switching sides because I was askew. All right, we're going to take that book behind the thighs and hug them both in. We're going to pull the book down toward the chest and up towards the forehead. Down toward the chest and up towards the forehead. And then we're going to slide it over so it's just behind the right leg. Squeeze in, so I'm compressing that book with between my hamstring and my calf. I'm going to slide the book halfway down and I'm going to compress, and I'm going to feel a nice little like a pressure point massage on that calf muscle and a little hamstring. And then we're going to flip the book so that it lifts the shin perpendicular to the ground and it presses the hamstring down parallel to the ground. While you're there, let's give some foot attention, maybe some rotations, point flex, and then challenge, put the foot of the book on the foot and keep that same stretch we just did. If you have that book there, see if you can tip it so the toes come down and then point toes up, toes down, toes up, toes down, toes up. And lastly, can you straighten that leg? And if this is crazy for you, because we just added a couple inches to your foot, then you bring it behind your calf instead. And then we'll straighten the left leg. We're going to bring the right arm over to the right, big stretch here. And then we'll just get a nice twist across that spine. As you come back through center, tuck the left leg behind the right, put that book on top of the left shin, press down for a deeper stretch. You should really feel that in that right hip. Move it a little bit to the right, deeper stretch, and then palm under the book on the right side, knees drop left, big twist. Straighten out the left leg, straighten out the right, come back through center. And then we'll bring both knees to a bent knee position. We'll bring the book behind the left knee. We're going to hug it in, compressing. We'll slide that book about halfway down so it's mid calf muscle and press together again. And then we're going to flip the book so it's pushing my hamstring down and pressing my calf and shin up. And we'll mobilize through that foot at this time. And then we're going to see if we can put the foot and the book against each other, pulling back with the toes and pressing up, pulling back and pressing up. And then finally seeing if you can straighten that leg. And if that's not happening, you pull the book behind your shin instead. And then it goes under the left arm, knee bends, all the way across we go. Back through center, tuck that right knee behind the left, put the book on top of the right shin, pull down and in, and a little to the right to deepen that stretch on the left hip. Maybe do that one more time before you go into your full twist. And then mosey on back through center. However you want to get there, meet me on your hands and knees, please. Let's just round to a cat and cow. And then we'll lift up into a high plank and press back into a down dog. And that's where you can pedal out those feet if that would feel good. And then we'll go wide stance. Hang over, nod yes, and shake no. Bend your knees a lot, hands on your thighs. Extend that spine. One more cat and one more cow. And then we lift up, neutral spine. Thank you, guys. A little more trivia.